So I hope you enjoyed yesterday's show where we spoke about vegetables, fruits, what types to eat and how much. Today is a training day, so I hope you've had your glutamine, you've had your multivitamin and you've also done your cardio. Remember, we're doing 40 minutes of cardio this week. So today you've got back and you've got biceps. So make sure when you go to the gym you warm up and I'll see you there. The first exercise that we have for back is chins. You'll remember this exercise from last week, and as you can see how Jim is demonstrating here, you're going to cross your legs and then you're going to pull yourself up towards the bar until your chin is almost over the bar, and then you're going to lower yourself back down and get a full stretch. You're going to breathe out on the way up and breathe in on the way down. Make sure your elbows are pointing down towards your sides. If this exercise feels a little bit too hard for you, then you're going to use a platform as Jim is demonstrating here, just to make it a little bit easier. You're going to perform about 12 reps of this exercise. Make sure that you go to absolute failure, and you're going to do a total of 3 sets, resting for about 45 seconds between each set. Once you've completed all 3 sets, we're ready to move on to the second exercise for back, and that's the seated row machine. Select a weight that will enable you to do around 12 to 15 reps to absolute failure. You're going to sit on the pad, keep your back arched and contract your shoulders whilst bringing your handles in towards your stomach. Then you're going to let your arms stretch out, and you're going to stretch out your shoulder blades as well. So stretch and then contract, just like Jim is demonstrating here. You're going to breathe out on the way in and breathe in on the way back down. Make sure you keep your legs slightly bent and your back arched and your head up at all times. Once you've reached absolute failure, do 2 more sets of this exercise before we move on to the final exercise for back. This is the new featured exercise and it's called T-bar rows. So find yourself a T-bar machine like the one pictured. Put enough weight on there that'll allow you to reach failure at around 12 repetitions. You're going to place your chest upon the supportive pad. Then you're going to unlatch the bar and pull it in towards your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you pull up and stretch them out on the way back down. Perform this exercise for around 12 repetitions to failure, rest for about 45 seconds, and repeat this twice more until you total 3 sets. Once you've completed that, that's it for back. Now we're ready to move on to biceps. The first exercise that we're going to do is another one that you did from last week, and that's the reverse easy bar curls. So you're going to grab hold of an easy bar with an overhand grip, keep your elbows tight to your side, and curl the bar up towards your chin and then back down. Just select a weight that's comfortable to do a warm-up of around 12 repetitions, and then you can grab a weight after you've put that back that'll allow you to reach failure at around 12 repetitions. So keep your elbows tight to your side, don't swing or use any momentum when you're doing this exercise. Keep your head up and breathe out on the way up and breathe in on the way back down. Concentrate on your biceps at all times whilst performing this exercise. Once you've reached failure and done 2 more sets of that exercise, it's time to move on to our second bicep movement. The second exercise that we have for biceps is concentration curls. Again, this is an exercise that you'll remember from last week. So what you're going to do is place the back of the arm against the inside of the knee, and you're going to curl up the dumbbell across the body. No need to warm up as you're already warmed up from the previous exercise. So keep your body still, bend your back over at a 45-degree angle, but keep it flat. You're going to curl up to the top and get a good stretch at the bottom. You're going to reach failure at around 12 repetitions on this exercise. Once you've done one arm, you move on to the other arm, and that's 1 set. Complete 2 more sets to total 3 sets, and that's it for that exercise, and we're ready to move on to the last movement, which is our featured exercise for this week, and that's called Spider Barbell Preacher Curls. So find yourself a preacher bench, and what you're going to do is support yourself against the angled part of the pad, and you're going to place the backs of your arms against the vertical part. This really enhances the peak of the bicep and really pushes blood to the localized area. Make sure you get a good stretch at the bottom and a good contraction at the top without any swinging or momentum from your upper body. You need to reach failure at around 12 repetitions on this exercise, and you've got to do 3 sets, resting for about 45 seconds in between each. Once you've completed that, biceps are done and it's ready to move on to calves. The exercise that we're going to do for calves is standing calf press. So adjust the machine to your height, place the appropriate weight onto the stack and make sure that you stretch your heels right down before going right back up onto the balls of your feet. Make sure it's a slow and fluid movement, just like Jim is demonstrating here. Breathe out on the way up and breathe in on the way back down. Once you've completed 3 sets of this exercise, reaching absolute failure on each, that's it, you're done. So now you can go and cool down for around 5 to 10 minutes, have your protein shake, and I'll meet you back at the office. That was a great workout, wasn't it? So I hope your back and your biceps are feeling full and you're pumped and ready to go for Friday. But hold your horses, tomorrow we have another great show for you. We'll be speaking to you about carbohydrates and when to reduce them. A lot of people don't know what to do if they're not losing weight or if you're plateauing. Well, the way that we can help that is by reducing carbohydrates, pulling those calories back out of the carbs. So tune in tomorrow